to Star Wars, Characters Explained. How much do you know about Calo Nord from Knights of the Old Republic? Calo was one of the most feared men in the galaxy, so let's discover together the complete story of Calo Nord. As always, if you're going to enjoy this video, know that there's a lot more coming, so perhaps consider subscribing and joining me for more in-depth stories like this one. In the early years of 3900 BBY, Calo Nord was born on an unknown planet, but his early life would be one of torment and abuse. His parents sold Calo to slavers, and as a result, his growth into adulthood was moulded by cruelty and ruthlessness. However, this would allow for his future successes, and eventually when he turned 16 years old, Calo turned on his slave masters, butchering them, and wanting even further revenge, Calo hunted down his parents and murdered them in cold blood. At this point, a bounty had been placed on Calo's head, and it was a perfect opportunity for the young man to learn and acquire new skills. Ironically, the hunted had become the hunter, and after observing his hunters closely, he utilised his newly learned skill set in killing them instead. Eventually, the group that did place the bounty on Calo's head rescinded it, believing that he was not worth the hassle as he had become too dangerous and versatile. But this wasn't enough for Calo, so he scoured the galaxy and hunted those who placed the bounty, ensuring that his name would be one to be feared and respected. Now a highly skilled killer, Calo decided to take up bounty hunting itself, taking jobs from whoever paid the most, and he even took up several jobs on behalf of the Republic amongst the galaxy's core worlds. During these early bounty hunting days, Calo commissioned a set of battle armor based off of a similar design to that of the Mandalorian Crusaders in the Mandalorian Wars. However, Calo wanted his armor to be completely unique, and upon its completion, he killed the armorer that made it. One of Calo's most consistent employers was Davik Kang, a crime lord of the crime syndicate known as the Exchange. Calo was mostly hired by Davik to hunt and kill rancors, taking their heads so that Davik could mount them as trophies. However, in 3957 BBY, Calo was on the planet Taris working for Davik when the Sith Empire quarantined and blockaded it whilst looking for the Jedi Padawan Bastila Shan. Without any way off-world, Calo spent some of his time in Javar's cantina, and in this spare time, several Black Vulca thugs tried to disturb him, but this was a bad idea, and Calo murdered all three in mere seconds. It was also here, whilst unaware, that he first met the former Sith Lord Darth Revan, who had his memories wiped by the Jedi Order and was hiding from the Sith, and although Revan was curious and tried to speak with him, Calo threatened Revan, who proceeded to back away after seeing how Calo dispatched the thugs. Calo then left the cantina and pursued an active bounty further into the lower city, killing a number of Rhodians, and once again Revan encountered him. But during this killing, however, the former Sith Lord wisely ignored Calo and went along with his business. With his bounties killed, Calo returned to Davik Kang's estate and stayed there for a while until Revan, along with a woman known as Bastila, were brought into the estate by Canderous Ordo. Calo's relationship with Canderous was hostile, but nonetheless he accompanied the group as Davik gave them a tour of his estate. And once the tour concluded and the group was left in the guest quarters, Calo left with Davik. But before they could finish a background check on the group, the Sith Empire began to orbitally bombard Taris. Davik owned the only ship capable of breaking through the Sith blockade, the Ebon Hawk, and so Calo and Davik fled to the hangar, but they were intercepted by Revan and the group who wanted the ship for themselves. Calo took this opportunity to enjoy the chance of killing Canderous and engaged in a short duel alongside Davik, but despite the flurries of blaster bolts, Davik was slain by Revan, and in an act of desperation, Calo refused to allow the group to escape and raised a thermal detonator, planning to blow the hangar and killing them all in the process. But before he could activate it, a portion of the roof was destroyed by the Sith's bombardment, supposedly trapping and crushing Calo to death. However, for reasons unknown, Calo somehow managed to escape not only the rubble, but the Taris bombardment too. Calo was given the chance to speak with the Sith Lord Darth Malak and revealed that Bastila survived the bombardment, and because of his esteemed bounty hunting reputation, Malak hired him to hunt Bastila and bring her to him alive, killing the rest of her companions. But Calo proceeded to reveal to Malak that she was accompanied by the former Sith Lord Darth Revan himself, to Malak's complete surprise. Calo then set out to hunt down Bastila and Revan, and discovered that the two were looking for ancient Rakatan star maps, which led him to Tatooine. Calo then hired a group of thugs to accompany him, this time not underestimating the former Sith Lord, and they set a trap outside of the Crate Dragon cave where the star map was located, and waited for the group to emerge. When they did, Calo began to praise Revan for managing to escape him on Taris, something that not many people could do, and for providing him an entertaining chase. But his overconfidence would be his downfall. Lightsabers were ignited, and blasters began firing from both sides. However, as the battle went on, Calo's thugs were struck down one by one. The newly proclaimed Jedi's powers had doubled last they met, and alongside Bastila and HK-47, Calo stood no chance. But with his pride on the line, he continued to fight, and was cut down by Revan's lightsaber, and his body was buried and lost to the sands of Tatooine. Calo's legacy of being one of the most feared bounty hunters in the galaxy was inevitably forgotten, being nothing more than a footnote in Revan's redemption and the destruction of the Sith Empire. Well, there we have it. There's Calo's story, and let's be honest, you tried to attack him in the cantina on your first playthrough, didn't you? As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to join the community by subscribing and hitting the notification bell, and like the video. It helps me out a great deal. Also, if you're interested, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, perhaps take a look at my Patreon page if you want to support the channel further, and come and join my Discord server. I'd love to have you there. But until the next video, may the Force be with you. Always.